Hi, babe. My name is Miata. I am a certified life coach, and here we empower ourselves, grow, and we sparkle on purpose. Hello, beautiful people. How are you? Thank you for tuning in to another episode. If you are new, welcome to your daily dose of sparkle. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Oh my gosh, it's still gloomy here, y'all, but it's peaceful and I'm enjoying the peace. And that's what I wanted to come and talk to y'all a little bit about today is letting go, because I feel like letting go is connected to peace. And sometimes we don't look at it like that. Even myself, when you're letting go of things, sometimes we do it in our emotions. Sometimes we do it out of spite. Sometimes we do it like, okay, I'm finna get you back for what you did to me. I want to make you suffer. Our mind doesn't necessarily go to peace sometimes when we're letting go. And it's a more hurtful thought to think, if I let this person go, or if I let this thing go that I'm holding on to, is sometimes going to an emotion of anger or sadness or uncomfortability, because we're not necessarily thinking about peace, because that's the last thing on our mind when we're wanting to truly let something go that we know is hurting us. Now, sometimes when you're in that mode of growth and you want to grow and you're looking at your life and you're analyzing your life and you're looking at things that's helping you to feel empowered, that's helping you to, that you feel like it's helping you grow, then that's when you look at it as if, okay, if I let this thing go, or if I let this person go, then I'm definitely going to have some peace, but it definitely takes us to go into that and look at it like that and welcome it like that in order for it to be a more meaningful decision in our life. And not all the time that we feel like if we're holding on to something that we can change it. How many of y'all have been in a relationship with a person that is toxic, but you're like, I'm staying, because it's a challenge for you to be able to embody them and see where they need to grow, see where they need the empowerment, and be able to give that to them. So sometimes you stay necessarily longer than you should, because you're like, I know I can change this person. I know I can change this person, and that you want it more than they want it. So then it becomes draining to you. And then you become in this mode to where you feel fearful or you feel guilty for letting go. How many of y'all have experienced that? Because I have experienced that. It's just like, I know I want to let go. I know I need to let go of something, but it's just like, I can't, because it's like, I know that I can change this situation. I know I can better this situation. And then you never think that it's really disturbing your peace, or it's disturbing your empowerment for yourself, because you take the focus off of you and you put it on that thing that you need to let go of. And then it becomes like draining, and you're drained and you're angry, and that challenge begins to turn into an emotion that you're sitting with. And then you lash out, and then that person becomes an annoyance to you, because it's just like, you're not getting it. You're not getting what I'm trying to offer you. You're not looking into what I'm trying to do for you. And it's just like, oh my God. So I myself have definitely experienced that. And, being able to detach from certain situations, it's not necessarily letting it go most of the time, but you can detach from the feeling that it's bringing you, for you to acknowledge and take accountability in yourself to say, okay, this is bringing me anger. You know what I mean? This is bringing me sadness. This is bringing me an emotion that I do not want to feel. So I need to detach from it. I need to detach myself from this, this thing or this person or whatever it is. Detach from it and stay in your attachment with yourself for what you're wanting. And sometimes that can alter the situation because you're detaching from that one thing and you're focusing on yourself and you're attaching to yourself. You're attaching to your own emotions, your own feelings, your own way of thinking, your own empowerment. And you're not necessarily putting that focus on them because it's more so becoming on yourself. And so then you begin to ask the question of, okay, I can stay here and be empowering to myself and be an example of what I am longing for and what I am desiring, in hopes that whatever the situation is will change because you're changing your perspective by detaching from that emotion. I hope I said that to where y'all get it. But, and then you're beginning to learn to let go. You're learning to let go of the things that's really hurting you or bringing you certain emotions that you don't want to feel. You're detaching from it and letting that emotion go, but you don't have any resentment or anger toward that person or thing, because you focus back on yourself and the perspective and all the things that's going to help you build it up so that you can be an example of what it is that you're truly desiring, versus taking on all of that emotion and then trying to fix your emotions and that other person's emotions, and then you become so overwhelmed because it's just like, okay, I'm going to distance myself from you because you're not getting it. And it just turns into a whole big chaos, But, I definitely want to encourage you to analyze your life. Look at the people. Think about the people right now. Think about the things right now that you have become attached to emotionally, that you feel drained from, that you feel like it's not going anywhere, that you feel like you are at a brick wall and you're hitting your head because you love this person or thing so much that you want the change, but you're draining your own self. You're not pouring back into your own cup to be an example. Mind you, we can't change anything. We can't change anyone. We can only control ourselves. So if we are controlling our true selves with being our authentic self, and that's the only thing that we can control, then that's when that leadership and that example comes in, to where you no longer want to control the situation or the person. You're going to alter your perspective on it and be truthful, be authentic, and detach from it so that you can attach to what is truly empowering you. And trust and believe, I know in those moments we don't think like that, but it's about the preparation that we have to do in order to get to that certain point, to where when we're in it, then we can instantly change it. You get what I'm saying? But first we got to acknowledge it. We got to acknowledge the triggers. We got to acknowledge the attachments. We got to acknowledge the situations. We have to acknowledge those people, to where we can see where the pattern lies, and then begin to detach and know what we need to heal in ourselves, so that we won't keep latching on to things that is not really giving us that true fulfillment. And what I'm learning is, in my life, I want to be placed in situations, and I want to have people in my life that brings me fulfillment. Fulfillment is a different word when you're involved in certain things, because yes, we can have relationships, and relationships bring obligations and they bring expectations. But when you're looking for a fulfillment, you're not necessarily looking at what you can get. You're looking at how you can be and what you can give, in order to add to that fulfillment. You get what I'm saying? Because you're not necessarily looking at that other person to fulfill all your needs. You know, you're already fulfilling yourself. So an addition of a fulfillment just brings more joy and peace because you're fulfilling yourself first. Because we can't have a relationship unless we have a relationship with ourselves. So circling back to just truly letting things go is typically going in and analyzing. And I suggest pen and paper, y'all. I'm a pen and paper type of girl. Like, write it down so that you can see it. You know what I mean? Write down your conversations. Write down the times and the days, you know, that you are feeling a certain type of way because of somebody else's situation, because we can carry on other people's emotions, you know. Even at work, you could be thinking about a lady that told you a traumatic situation that happened in her life, and you come home and you're thinking about it, you know, because you didn't detach from that, you know, because it's some healing that you wanted to, you know, give to her, some extra words, or I should have said this, or I should have said that, you know what I mean? But when you get in those moments where you begin to be present because you've acknowledged what you do want, what you don't want, what is desiring to you, what's not desiring to you, what is a fulfillment for you and what is not a fulfillment to you. When you get in those present moments, when you really live in the present moments, you begin to be in observant mode of those things. Your perspective change, your words change, your thoughts change, because you're not only looking for moments where you can be a fulfillment to somebody else, you are beginning to receive that fulfillment in those moments that are a fulfillment for you. I hope that made sense. But, you know, I want to go back again and say I want to encourage you to write it down, girl. Write it down. Write it down so you can see, so you can acknowledge it, and do not be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid of letting go, and write down, is this a fear for me? You know, is this a fear of uncertainty? Is this a fear of really facing my emotions? Is this a fear of just not having this person, you know, do the things that I need them to do? What is my reasoning for still staying in this uncomfortable, you know, situation that's really not serving or fulfilling me? Why can't I let it go? And be truthful with yourself and write that down on why you can't let it go. Because I could say for myself, in a recent relationship, I had to detach from the relationship, not necessarily letting it go, but I had to detach from the person. And I had to give myself all of the things that I was wanting from this individual. I had to detach from it and really look at the situation as a fulfillment. You know, what am I not being fulfilled in? And typically do that for myself and give it to myself so that I can be more healthier with myself, to be more healthier in the fulfillments that I am longing for, so I can give a little bit more, you know, and do a little bit more than I have been doing, and not be so comfortable in what is being done and what I am receiving. You know, and then you get to be particular about how you want people to do things, or do this or do that, which is so unhealthy, you know, because you want them to fulfill you, but you're not fulfilling yourself. So you're definitely not fulfilling them. And then it just becomes a toxic situation. So, you definitely want to look at how you are typically fulfilling yourself and how you're being a fulfillment to other people, how you're serving other people with who you truly are and your authentic self, in order to begin to receive the things that you are seeking. All right, y'all. So that was an earful. That was a big dose of sparkle. You know, I made it rain confetti on this episode. And I really hope that you enjoyed these words. Please connect with me on Instagram, iSparklebabe, Facebook, Sparkle on Purpose. Please visit my website for coaching sessions to join a women's empowerment group at sparkleempowermentcoaching.com. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, let me give y'all today's affirmation is going to be, I enjoy letting things go that are no longer serving me. I enjoy letting things go that are no longer serving me. I enjoy letting things go that are no longer serving me. I want you to write that down. I want you to repeat that. I want you to believe it, and I want you to give power to it and speak it out. Your words are so powerful. Speak whatever it is out, believe it, and you go and you sparkle on purpose.